Hey there guys, and welcome back to Ben 10 Protector of Earth. In the last episode, we were in Seattle, I think. We beat this plant monster and we unlocked Wildvine at last.
All the places that we can camp, and you want to sleep at some creepy burial grounds?
Hello? This is only like the most spiritually attuned location in the whole United States?
Whatever, I think it's creepy.
Wait a minute. The superhero is scared?
No,
Big scary monster's gonna come get you?
Ah, sweet, they're finally bringing those guys in. Because I definitely did, I liked the horror aliens. Like that whole arc. That was probably one of my favorites, like, arc in the original series. And also, those three aliens had really cool designs, and I just really wish they used them more. Because I don't think they were even used outside of their, like, debut episodes, and that's pretty damn big shame. Ah, there we go. Fang face. That's not what they're called, I think, but okay, whatever. Works for me. These, remember the alien werewolves? Ooh, we can get a new move. Well, we just got Wildvine, might as well upgrade him. For the Bramble Scramble. Let's see if I can pull it off. AAB. Looks like this weird crawling move. Doesn't really seem that good. Oh well. Oh, look at those legs. Look at them go. Damn, that must have been a pain to animate. I mean, that's why you never ever... For example, in fighting games, you never ever see, like, characters with more than 2 legs, because that's just really hard to animate, because fighting games rely a lot on good animations, and they have to have, like, animations for all sorts of things, so making a character that's hard to animate is generally not done. I mean, look at those legs go. You can't even follow which one goes where and moves so fast. So I can't really tell if the animation is just that crisp or if it's just that screwed up. Because maybe they just said, oh, it's not like people are gonna notice, so we don't need to do this. Also, we get some new Fang faces, it seems. I missed the introduction because I was rambling on about something, but whatever. Let's see, up here then. Ooh, what is... Oh yeah. Health boost, or recharge boost, or whatever. And these weird floating cactus things. Doesn't anyone ever go, huh? What is that and why is it floating there in midair? Time for a dirt nap. Yeah, we're just gonna bury these guys. Because even these enemies are still pretty easy to kill. I mean, there, that Bramble Scramble just killed 2 of them in 1 hit. That's pretty pathetic. Ah, one of those old-ass American bridges that you see on, like, the Dukes of Hazzard and stuff. You know, I've never been to rural America. I wonder if it's really as backwards as TV makes me believe it is. Kinda curious. Because I've been to a couple places in America. I've been to America 3 times. Once, the first time was a week-long family trip to Florida to all the amusement parks there. So I pretty much went to, I think, Orlando it was, and pretty much nowhere else. Second time was a school trip, well, college trip, more like it. A study trip to Seattle, which isn't really rural America either. But that was also, I quite liked Seattle. I mean, it's probably not the best place to go in America. It's not like, you always hear people say, oh, I want to go to New York and I want to go to, I don't know, Los Angeles or something. You don't really hear people say they want to go to Seattle that often. But I quite liked it, and when I got to play Infamous Second Son a few years later, I kinda recognized some stuff. So that was pretty cool. And here they have a little grappling segment. I wonder why they have this one. Here, takes you all the way back. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and the third time and final time I went to America was for SGC 2014. I went to Dallas, which is in the deep south, I think, but it's not really rural. At least it was a pretty damn big city. I mean, hell, it was a freaking 20-minute taxi drive to the airport. Did not really like the taxi driver that much, though. I don't know what it is, but he basically demanded I give him a huge-ass tip. Now, me not being from America, I don't understand this whole tipping thing. Why is it expected that I give you a shit ton amount of money on top of the bill? Like, I don't get that. We don't do that over here. Tipping is basically... It's not mandatory. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, that's fine too. But in America, it's like, oh, you have to give them a tip, or... I don't know, they're gonna do stuff to you. Or you'd better not show your face around there again because they remember you don't tip them and they, I don't know, they spit in your food or something. Anyway, get another new move, which makes thorns burst out from all over Wildvine. That is pretty cool. And it's stuff like that that makes Wildvine probably my favorite out of all the aliens you can play as in this game. Because, say, out of the 5 you can play as in this game, he definitely has the coolest power set by far. I mean, look at this, you can basically just have all these Venus flytraps pop up and chomp down on enemies. That is cool. Now, what do we have here? These weird statues. Is that like some sort of Native American art or something? I mean, are we in like an Indian reserve now? Oh, they float. Oh, I'm gonna guess I need accelerate for this. Yeah, that's not gonna do the trick. Accelerate then, so another one of those damn speed puzzles. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. I knew that move is finicky, but please don't tell me I'm gonna have a lot of trouble with this again. Oh, okay, maybe not. Whoa, what happened? Okay, apparently there's, in some sort of American national park, there's totems that transport you to, hey, mummies, to mystical ruins. Dimensional rift opened in the late 1800s. Mummies aren't really from the late 1800s, though. They were around way before that. I mean, if the mummies didn't start showing up until the 1800s, then how did the Egyptians get so obsessed with them? Where did they get the idea? Like, hey, let's, I don't know, this guy died, let's chop his guts out, put him in pickle jars, and wrap toilet paper around his body. Anyway, more platforming. Yay, my favorite.
These mummies
Cyclone mummy.
wind in their attacks.
Oh, that's a pretty cool design with the bird helmet. Oh, and he creates tornadoes. That's not something the alien could actually do in the show. Then again, these ones never even appeared in the show. They're kind of winging it right now. But I don't really mind too much. I mean, the design's pretty nifty. Okay, more precision platform. Jeez. The fact that the shadow pretty much just only appears when it wants to is really bugging me out. Oh, and now we get some more fang faces thrown in there as well. You know, we've had the werewolf, we've had the mummy. I wonder when the Frankenstein's monsters are gonna show up. Though that one was always my favorite one out of those 3. Especially because it's by far the most powerful of the bunch. I mean, that fight with Ben as, what was that guy's name again? As the Frankenstein's monster against Ghost Freak on the International Space Station or something, that was a cool-ass fight. It's a shame they never really used that alien after that, ever. Until, like, a couple times in Omniverse, I think. I mean, as much as I do kind of dislike Omniverse, at least they did the alien... Like, they did the transformations justice. Oh, crap. Crumbling pillars, oh, bloody hell. The camera was not with me there. I mean, Omniverse's art style was kind of shitty, the humor was way dumbed down. But at least they did pretty much have all the aliens in there. Unlike Ultimate Alien, which is a complete tease, having all the aliens in the intro and then having, like, none of them show up. That was really lame. Like, why have them in the intro then? Some of them even got, like, redesigns, so why redesign them and put them in the intro if you're not gonna use them in any of the actual episodes? I just never really understood why they did that. Anyway, going cannonbolt on these guys, whipping up some dirt. I need to get that ramp up somehow. It probably just goes up automatically after I beat all these guys. So there we go. That one's dead. Just that one. Just die already. There we go. Oh man, more keep spawning. There are a lot of mummies and werewolves around. In the show, it was only like one of each. Oh, another new move. Pod grenades. Sure. That's one of Wildvine's things. He can throw the seeds on his back like explosive gas grenades or something. That's also pretty cool. Like, he has a lot of stuff he can do with his powers. He has those seed bombs. He has, like, the stretchy tentacles. He has, like, sharp claws and stuff. He can make thorns pop out of his body, control plants, dig. He can do a lot of stuff. Oh, that's certainly not ominous in any way. Oh, it's that guy.
When this portal opens, there'll be no stopping my army from turning the Earth into a living nightmare.
There's something wrong with his voice. He did not sound like that in the cartoon. And they did pretty well with the voice acting so far. I mean, the actors are all the same, so I kind of wonder what's up with that. Anyway, let's just go for Wildvine. Beat the hell out of Hex. I think that was his name. Okay, so he... Oh, laser beams, okay. Teleporting laser beams. Really small and inaccurate laser beams as well. And throwing rocks that cover virtually no ground. I can throw stuff too. Here, catch. Boom. Didn't see that coming, did ya? They're pretty strong as well. Here, have some sword. Oh, bloody hell. I really like those thorns as well. Those are just awesome. Instant pin cushion. Okay. Just hit him and he breaks all of his rocks. And this boss fight is so easy. I mean, he doesn't even try and throw those at me. Boom. Couple more hits in. Yeah, like one more two-hit combo. And thorns. So long, Hex. I almost threw him in the fire as well. Although that would be overly mean, and Ben doesn't kill people.
Ghost freak? No wonder I was creeped out.
Of course. I didn't understand how Vilgax got access to a null void projector. But if Ghost Freak is on his side...
He could have slipped right past the plumber defenses.
We better get to Mount Rushmore and see what's going on at the old plumber base. Besides, if we're gonna battle this growing threat from the null void and Vilgax, we're gonna need some extra equipment.
Yes! I finally get to play with the big boy toys.
Ah, so it was Ghost Freak all along. Well, that does explain why he sounded more like Ghost Freak than Hex. What the hell kind of pose is he striking there? Okay, next up, the plumber base at Mount Rushmore. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.